Thanks for taking time to chat with us. Congrats on securing the number 1 seed for the Challenge Cup playoffs.
Thanks, Jacob.
Both of you, overall thoughts on the match, and also, respectively, how are you both feeling after some physical challenges there in the second half?
I mean, I'm sure you can see it all over my face. Someone asked me if this was water. It's not. It's sweat. Yeah, I mean, I think always coming into these games, like, we know exactly what we're going to get. We're going to get a good competition. We're going to get a hard-fought battle. And I think we're happy coming out of that with the result that we got. Clinched first seed in Challenge Cup, get to host at home, and, yeah, got the job done.
Yeah, like Z said, I think we go in knowing what we're going to expect from Portland, so I think it was just a let's get it done match. And, yeah, I'm excited that we came out top the seed, and, yeah, we're excited to host the next game and have that. I think everyone did a good, hard battle tonight, especially towards the end, because we knew we just needed that 1 point. And, yeah, feeling good overall. So, yeah, hard but good.
And then the stats that's going to stand out for a lot of people is the fact that throughout the group stage, no goals conceded by the team. Obviously, it's a sign of collective effort by everyone in terms of squad rotation, goalkeeper rotation, but yet no goals conceded. Like, what can both of you speak to that in terms of just everyone chipping in and getting the job done?
I think it just comes from honestly using like our whole roster. I think that's been huge. I think no matter who we've put on the field, we've trusted to get the job done. Yeah, whether goalkeeper, different back line lineups, and then all the way to the forward, just like defending back and helping us out. So yeah, I just think in general it's been top to bottom work effort, and everyone's been unreal on the field when they've had the opportunity to do what they needed and their role is. So it's been executed great.
Hi, Z and Shae. Thank you for taking my question. Great game today. The first question I had was for Z. There was a moment in the second half where you just were on the ground and you headed it with your head. And you shoulder shrug to Laura. I was just curious what was going through your mind right there.
I didn't want Menges to take the ball and get past me, so I figured I might as well just head it out, and then I can just reset back in shape. That's it. And sometimes you just do stuff like that. Sometimes you just, head the ball on the ground.
It was a pretty entertaining moment. And then, on the flip side, what do you think you guys could have done to get 1 goal tonight?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think, obviously, looking back on that, we had plenty of opportunities. We had chances. So just looking back on how we can finish those, execute those better, I mean, it wasn't lack of creating. So that's good for us. It's just how can we hone in on those final pieces to get them in the back of the net.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for taking the time, y'all. I wanted to ask, were you able to watch the U.S. game this morning, or did you watch it on delay? What did you think about that, and the fact that you are going to be able to have all of your internationals back sooner than probably a lot of people expected?
You want to take it, or you want me to go?
Either one.
I didn't watch it because we had a game. So I woke up, saw the score line, watched the highlights. Obviously, we are absolutely gutted for our teammates and friends. I don't know what it feels like to be on the World Cup stage and be in that moment. But I think we can all say that, the collective pain that they feel, we feel that here in Seattle too. But we're so proud of them. They gave it their all. And now they come back and hopefully flying, ready to kick some ass coming in back to the NWSL. Obviously, we don't want them to be back this early, but obviously we're going to welcome them with big hugs and warm feelings, and hopefully we can just get it done the rest of the season.
From y'all's perspective as outfield players with Ivory and Dickey in goal for these last 2 Challenge Cup games, just want to get your overall thoughts on how they stepped up for the occasion.
I think they've come in super prepared. Every training they're working their butts off just as much as everyone else. I think they watching every game from an outsider perspective, before they're getting these chances in the cup games. I think they're taking every opportunity to learn from what Fallon does, from what all of us do. They know the roles of everybody. So yeah, they're fully prepared to step on that field and do that. I also have had the pleasure to play with both Claudia and Laurel, both in the U.S. youth camps. So I feel super comfortable having them back behind me. And yeah, I think everyone trusts them. They've shown that they can keep the ball out of the net and they can show that they can come up in big moments for us. So I think there's nothing but trust and just like, yeah, they preparedness from both ends of this, of us and them. So yeah.
Atmosphere-wise, as you moved into Lumen, attendance has crept up. Today, you set a record for a standalone match of over 12,000. Can you speak to the atmosphere and how it feels to see that grow?
I mean, I think the coolest thing for me was seeing all the kids out there today and the smiles on their faces and trying to get all the signatures possible before Ryan came in and took us away. Anyway, no, it was great. I mean, we could feel the energy, we could feel the excitement, and obviously with it being Portland, Seattle, we always want to provide the entertainment. We want people to come and want to keep coming back, and so it's just nice. It's nice that the community gets behind us.
Follow-up to Jeff's question about the environment. How was it? Was it a distraction with the Blue Angels flyovers during the first half?
If you could say that, I could maybe scream my lungs out trying to say man on back. Yeah, that was a little tough, but it was a little cool to hear him over the top, but just maybe not the right moment. Maybe a little miscommunication we had a game, but.
How much longer is that going to be happening? Today was the last day. Oh my gosh. Okay, I mean, it's school or whatever, but every time I'm like this, and especially in a game, I'm like, what is happening? But
Yeah.
okay, thanks.
Made it a little tough.
All right, we'll take one from Zoom. Jonathan, go ahead. Jonathan?
He's muted. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Jonathan, go ahead. If you have a question, you can unmute.
Thanks, Ryan. Hi, Tziarra, Jonathan Tannenwald from the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Hi.
Hope all is well with you. I certainly don't blame you for not watching the game on the schedule that you had to keep as a player, but I wonder if it just got talked about, you know, in your locker room, and not only the impact on the players who were going to come back, but if perhaps you saw anything in your coach, because she's obviously had a big role to play for many years in the development of the U.S. national team, and surely in whatever role it may take in the future, she'll keep having that.
I mean, I think obviously leading up to the game, more than anything, in the locker room, we're all just kind of like on edge and trying to like predict the score, see what's going to happen. And I think, you know, Laura has nothing but faith and hope in not only all of our players that went to play, but just the team in general. So she was absolutely rallying, certain that they were going to win this game, certain that they were going to get out of their group, all of the things this entire tournament. Obviously, like, when that doesn't happen, it's devastating. I wouldn't say that it really impacted our locker room that much today because we know what we had to do to get the job done for them coming back. I think it was mentioned maybe a little bit in the pregame, just kind of doing it for them so that when they come back, they have something else to play for this season. But yeah, I wouldn't say it really impacted our locker room that much other than us just being devastated for them.
Thanks as always. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Looking forward for the last run in now, you find yourself with above the line for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And hosting for the semifinal. So with everything you've gone through with early season travel, playing through injuries, you have players coming back. How does it feel in the locker room knowing that you have literally everything to play for over the next 2 months?
So good. I don't know. I mean, I feel like just newness-wise, I love playing at home. I love being at home, and I love being, like, knowing that we're top seed. I know it's, like, yeah, just, like, we worked so hard to get here in general, and, yeah, long season, and then had the little break, and I think coming back, like, this is what we wanted as, like, to start off our final go, gun-ho for, like, the playoffs and everything else coming up after that. So, yeah, so good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I'm most proud of kind of what Shae touched on earlier, how every single person has stepped up in this season and in this moment. I don't know, just like thinking about that really is like really cool. Like how everyone that stepped on the field has done exactly what they needed to do to get us to this moment. And obviously, like, I think going into this game and just going into the rest of the season, I just can't help but think about it being Pino's last year and thinking about it being like, you know, towards the end of Lou's career, towards the end of Jess's career, like, these are like things that, you know, growing up watching them play, like, you're like, we get the chance to play for them and with them. And so I think knowing that we have so much to play for this season, that's something that, like, for me, just kind of keeps fueling me, because, like, how cool is it that the semifinals at home and Pino can have the home crowd here to support? You know what I mean? Like, just another chance to give Pino her flowers for this last year. So yeah, I think is really cool.
All right, that'll be it for questions. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Shae. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you too.